Okay, this module consists of a 4x4 light grid that you can tap lights on. At the top we have 4 random letters in a random order, and to the right we have 4 numbers which are assigned to the letters from A, B, C, D, top to bottom. Now, the manual says that the letters refer to each row and column. The numbers only decide the rule that must be applied to the row that these letters correspond to. Now, the way I figured this out was through some trial and error, because it says here, the letters row means the row in the same position as the letter, so the third letter's row is the third position. So in this case, I would think that C or B would be the quote-unquote third row. And through some testing, I found out that the rows go from this top row right here is row number 1, which is row D. This is row C. And this is row, quote-unquote, number 3, which is row B. And of course, the last one is row A. Number 4 goes with row A. So let's see what 4 is for A in this table. Okay, I'm going to skip this one because that's a rule that can change and works. We can go look for a number between 0 and 3. Looks like we have 1 for row C. 1. Looks like we have 1 for B, which is going to be this row right here. And it says, row B, says that we have to press only the light in the letters column, which would be this right here. Now let's go on to C, which is 8, which is this row. C8. Same as previous letters column, row B. So the way I like to think about this is you flip the column of the letter, in this case it's column B, counterclockwise until it becomes a row. So in this case, it would be this one right here, row C. Now for D, which is 8, we can't really do that right now because column C doesn't have any lights right now. So let's go back to A, which is 4. Same as the previous letters row, which is D, which doesn't have anything right here. So let me check C, number 8. Same as previous letters column. Right now, there's actually 2 lights in column B now, so we can press this one instead now. Now let's look at D, which is 8 as well. Same as previous letters column. In this case, we actually do have a light at C, so we press this one. Now let's see if A has something to do now. The same as the previous letters row, which would be D in this case since it refers to alphabetical order. So the previous letter from A would be D. So same as this, so it would be D right there. Now we have to recheck the rules again. Let's see. Let's go with C. Yes, C still relatively stays the same because same as the previous letters column, which is still the same. Let's check D, which is 4. D, which is 8. Same as the previous letters column, which is A. It doesn't. Same as D, which is A. D. 8. Same as previous letters column, which would be C. My bad. So that does have something there. So in order to rotate that, this light is already on right here. Now we have to do one right here. And let's go back to A. Same as the previous letters row D. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Let's see if anything's changed. Any other rules can be applied again. C. 8. Still same for that one. How about A, 4? And then we try that. We go back to D, which is 8. Same as the previous letters column, which would be C. That's still the same. Stays the same. Let's go to A now, 4. Same as the previous letters, which would be D, which is the same. So we can press submit, and that's it.